Yo, 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 what's up? It's me. Uh, I am doing the same type of video that I made my last two videos. Pitch black videos where I just tell stories about games that I like without saying what game it was. So, um, sorry I haven't uploaded in forever. It's been, what, 6 months now? I joined the military, so it kind of took a lot of my time. But so today's game was one of 4 games that I would play on my dad's computer back before I left, and I would play either Persona 4 Golden, the entire Danganronpa trilogy, which I kinda was a beast at, and the game I talked about previously, like 6 months ago, and today's game, or tonight's game. So, I used to watch videos about this game all the time. I loved, like, chilled chaos videos about it when I was like 13, 14. But I never really had a computer up until then, or at least not one with like even decent storage. So it all started when I was playing TF2, because I played that for all a week with them, and someone had brought up this game, and I was like, yo, I used to watch videos about that all the time, let's go. But like they had kind of like jokingly brought up the idea of buying it for me and my other friend, who also did not want to spend money on the game because we were both broke. He's looking for a job, and I am now the government's dog. But nothing really came up about it for like a little while. Then a week or two later, we're chilling in one of my friend's backyards when it was me, him, and 2 people who had the game already. They were talking about how they were gonna find some game mode to play on it, one of its infinite game modes, and then like I was like, yo, I would love to play that with you guys, however I am very broke and don't have money for a game. And that's when the joking about it just turned serious. Like, he's like, I'll buy it for you, it's only like $15. I'm like, yo, for real? He's like, yeah, for real. So he did, and that night I just sat there at my computer waiting for it to download, and then the additional stuff to download, and then we just sit there playing TF2, just waiting. And finally, like 6 hours later, it finally downloads, because we were on the opposite side of the house from the Wi-Fi, so it's kind of garbage around that area. And we start playing, and I'm like, and just playing a game that you would always want to, or like always seen videos about, but had never played for yourself, is awesome. I had the same feeling when I played through the Danganronpa games, because sorry, I dropped my microphone. Because I had been watching those games since 2012, honestly. I remember recommending people Danganronpa back in early middle school. So we start playing it, and I'm just having a blast. There's only like 3 of us. We later got my ex-girlfriend to play with us. Like, we were already broken up at that point, but we were still cool. And then we got the other guy who didn't want to buy it to play. So the some of the most fun was just 5 people, and one of those 5 people was hardly even there, and that was the other guy who didn't want to spend money on it. So we got this Canadian dude, uh, who, like, I think the friend whose backyard we were in while they were getting high had met him through some other game, but because of that, we had like a consistent fifth player. Um, and it, we're just sitting there trying to figure out who has I think we had like 7-8 people at this point, and I just get two of the people who like we've been playing with since the beginning, one of my high school best friends and my ex-girlfriend, and I'm just like, yo, girl talk. And we just laugh about that for a minute. So we go over to some obscure corner of the map we're on, and we just sit there and BS, and then we're like, yo, none of us, I'm just gonna start using Among Us terms for this game. None of us are the imposter, right? They're like, no. I'm like, I am the imposter. I just want to be honest with you guys. Just absolutely giving no shits about the fact that I am the villain, just sitting there and having fun. So the three of us just kind of used the term girl talk to just say, hey, I'm the imposter. And like, that was some of the most fun we had ever had. Someone shoots at us and we duck into a fucking tube on the beach, and we just continue having girl talk, like pretending like one of our three was never killed. And we're just sitting there, just laughing our asses off, just enjoying the night. Like, we could all walk over to each other's house, but like, what difference would that make? We're having fun just playing stupid games with our stupid friends on the stupid internet. And like, that was like one of the most fun nights I had ever had playing a game. Like, I feel like I could fucking say girl talk to either one of them right now and they'd know what I was talking about. And the Canadian dude that we played with, I remember like the next night on, I just would continuously either talk shit about him or flirt with him. There was no in between. Mr. Baum was so much fun to talk to. Like, I met people that I never would have met if they didn't offer to buy that game for me. Like, ever since I've arrived in Texas, I've kind of realized like how much I miss my friends. Like, those guys were the greatest. And then the other people that I met through this game were also amazing. I remember one time we just sat in a call, not even playing the game. Actually, I think we had just finished playing the game. And we just all decide, because if I'm playing a game, I'm putting face cam on just for the bit, so that everyone could see my garbage mustache at the point. And I somehow convinced everyone to put on face cam. One of us was like 14 because it was the younger brother of someone else, and every single person, no matter what they looked like, we would just roast the shit out of them. Or someone would have an accent because two of them were fucking British, and we would be like, dude, just speak American, bro. We're living in America, speak American. And then they would try to refute it, and we would just say, you're mad, and just take the piss out of each other. And just stupid shit like that all happened because one person decided, hey, I got 20 extra bucks. I'll buy this game for my friend. And I know I'm kind of just stumbling through words, but it's kind of more of I'm remembering this shit and just enjoying remembering it more than wanting to tell a coherent story. Because this is more for me than it is for you guys, if anyone even watches this. Even if not, though, I can watch this again. But I would love just doing the stupid shit. I wouldn't even be bad, and I would still find ways to fuck over someone else just for the piss of it. Like, there was this one map that was modeled after SpongeBob reading Squidward's suicide note in the caves, or the office building where you would people would just hop out of windows to drop to floors below. Just the stupidest shit you could find just to have fun. Or when we added on this mod which allowed us to customize weapons that were already in the game. Just everything we could find. Or the models that we all begged the owner of the server to add on. Like Moon Man from, or Mac Tonight was what it's called. Mac Tonight from Mickey D's. Just everything about that game will be cemented in my memories forever. I may not remember everyone's name that I play with, but I truly do remember everyone. I remember the 4 people I started with. I remember the 2 people that were added on the next night. I remember his 3 friends, which my original friends hated, which I was like, yo, they're funny. I remember the one guy's younger brother and his best friend. I remember the 2 British dudes. I remember some random dude and his girlfriend who we just decided, fuck it, let's add these guys. I had so much fun playing with every single one of them. The only times I didn't have fun were when it was just like 4 of us and I hated one of the 4 already. And I shouldn't have said that I didn't have fun, because I did with the other 3. But I would find a way to kill the one guy any chance I got. Or just killing someone in broad daylight and then hiding and waiting for the others to come down in the basement of the bank so I could absolutely murder them. But it's sad that I don't have a way to really play games with them anymore, and the games that I can play just don't really. Our time differences are so big that it kind of makes it impossible to play games with them the same way. But there will always be a spot in my heart for the days of setting up a bank robbery with my 3 friends and the occasional 4th, or the days when it was overrun by the Canadian guy and his friends, or the days that we would just say girl talk and then rat ourselves out to our friend. Just the simpler days.